All right.
You are giving out secrets.
Oh yes. Upgrading your executive disposition. So one of the ways you can upgrade your executive disposition is to get professional certifications. Right? What I'll do is I'll do a day training for all of you that want to be certified in your field. Then I'll give you a lot of materials to study. Then you write your exam. Then once you pass, we will certify that you're passed. Then we'll now process your document for you to join the professional body. Professional body is not limited to your country, it's global. That's what I'm looking at right now. Number one, what are some challenges we face today in Africa? Okay, so what are some of the problems in Africa? On this table, what are some of the problems you have in our continent? Knowledge. Okay, so these are some of the things I have. Leadership, unemployment, ignorance, poverty, fanaticism. Number three, you like it? This is dark continent. Darkness is not just absence of life, it's absence of knowledge. Alright? So, because you are an executive, you should be having advanced and intellectual dialogue. So when you sit at a table with business people, their conversation is advanced, the language they use is different. So when you talk about issues, somebody meets you on the plane, you're traveling and they ask, what are these issues in your continent? How can we solve it? It's good to advance it. Now this fanaticism, who can explain this? Fanaticism is, we take especially religious and tribalism, we take it to the extreme. Am I right?
Yes.
In fact, you are more holier than God. In Africa, our holiness is more holier than God. The people that gave us the religion, they gave it to us, but they are doing something else. And they are advancing. We now, we are taking this, we have become fanatics. You need to rethink your religion. What you need is spirituality. Because in a realistic time, the people that are controlling the world are not, they are not religious fanatics. They are looking at the first 5 richest people in the world. There is no black there. Am I right? So look at it. These are some of the issues. Now, how do we solve these issues? Look at it now. Leadership, what do we need to do? Training and citizens orientation. We train leaders and then we also train citizens. Their role to follow, their role to vote, their role in responsible living. So what is the broad solution to leadership in Africa? That is it there. Not just training the leaders, citizens orientation. We partner with different bodies, with custom, police will treat them emotional intelligence because they are citizens. Don't harass people with guns. You are supposed to protect them, not to make them die out of fear. Number 2, unemployment. What do we do? How many of us want to create jobs? So when you tell me you're solving unemployment issues in Africa, you're creating jobs. Number 3 is what? Ignorant. What do we need to do here? Now they say school or academic, anything education, in all areas. Number 4, poverty. What do we need to do? We need to build enterprise. Another name for China is called enterprise. They are so enterprising in their operation. And then management means once we make money, we must know how to manage and invest it. Most of us, once we make more money, like we waste it. We cannot manage and sustain. So that's what we need to teach to do that. And then number 5 is what? So look at the solution to this guy. What is it? You are the most holy in your spirit, in your city. Then you go to another, so you'll be wondering, what is happening here? So exposure is good for you. So there will not be fanatics, you precise people, you can adapt to other people's culture. How can you help Africa? No, we're talking about global now. I'm starting from our continent. How can you help Africa? Mr. Michael, how can you help Africa? Education, good. So if we're going to help Africa, what do we need to do, everybody? What do we need to do? Good. If Africa is going to be repositioned from global envy and compete on the global stage, we need to grow global, not grow Africa. It's good to grow Africa. We can do things locally, but we are borrowing ideas around the world. You can't limit your ideas to your continent. The world is big. South America, North America, Asia, man. The world is big. So we grow global. Now we're looking at the company of the future. Global companies, global leaders, global problems, and global Local problems, local companies, local leaders, local. Wonderful. It's very simple. So don't envy Mark Zuckerberg. He look for a global solution. Every now and then I'm asking, how can I empower more people? Now you have to make more money. How can I empower more people? How can I become a millionaire? Not just in cash, but in people. What can I do that is relevant to people beyond my environment? What or who is global? What talks about solution? Who talks about the person? Now what we're saying is you can design a product that can go global. Or you become a product that is global. So this is a question of what or who. You know Obama, right? You've not met him before. But it's a global name. He just released a book, The Promised Land. Have you seen the book? Yes. Wonderful. You need to buy it. What kind of books world leaders read? Do you know what are they show? The kind of library they go. It's a totally different world. So you want to build a name that is known around the world. That is you. You become a brand. We're talking about Michael Jordan. At some point they said after Jesus, Coca-Cola, Michael Jordan is the most famous human being. He was so he's still so famous right now, even after several decades of retiring. He became so phenomenal in what he was doing that everybody will know him around the world. That's what I was telling you the other time. Dangote is the richest man in Africa. He's still not global yet. He's international. International means you have a local representation of your company in another country. Global means your product is used or you are known all over the world. So if you go to Singapore, you go to Chile, anywhere, and you say, do you know Facebook? You say, yes, and let me show you my Facebook. Do you know Dangote? What do you mean? Dangote? What is that? Is he a human being? Listen to me, the richest man in your village is a poor man to another person. Do you know to a billionaire, millionaires are poor, they are broke. I'll tell you, to millionaires are poor people, they're just poor people. Let's help them, let's see what we can do for them. I mean, how do you think Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, all these guys are talking billions? So you are flexing your muscle that I'm worth $200 million. You're a broke man. So broke is in different levels. Better be broke in a nice way. Alright, so who or what is global? I want to write a book that anybody can read around the world. Alright, the knowledge is universal. I don't design things that have short lifespan. And that's what some people don't like you to teach. Because once I teach, I will take the root and take it to the roof in short time, and you see everything. I can give you MBA. What you're doing here is mini MBA. Alright? See, that's what I call content management and consulting. What did I say? Instead of me to teach you so much that will help your life, I will not take one small part. I will not extend it for 2 months so that you feel like you are taking the class. It's nonsense. It's called content management. So that you become, I'm having a life class for 2 weeks. It's nonsense that you're teaching. You can teach it in one slide. One slide. So what you're doing here is advanced MBA. Trust me. There are people that have gone to business school, they come back to Euro Station, but if you say, I have MBA in different school, they didn't teach me all this one. I say, welcome. We have to reschool you. And we give them a very cheap price. Do you understand right now? This is very important. Now, are we global? Personalize it, ask yourself. Ask yourself, are we global? I say, my passport is not there. Is it passport of your country here? Some people want to kill themselves just to go and collect another man's passport. Are we global? I will show you now whether you're global. Now, the concept of globalization. What is the concept of globalization? It's going to get deep. Don't sleep, please. And they ask you, what is the concept of global? You know, somebody was asking, sir, they said, global. What kind of course will you teach? How will the course be like? What is the progression of the teaching? What is the concept of globalization, if you are asked? Look at it. Universal value chains and reward. With what? And demand as that of. Do you need air to live anywhere in the world? Do you need water to live anywhere in the world? That is the concept of global. You've come to a level whereby everybody needs my Faraday around the world. Everybody needs me. I don't have to be a pilot, I don't have to be a doctor, but everybody needs me. Do we need you? People are looking for you like air and water. Now, going global is for number one, Number 2. Number 3 is the same thing. It is not for. See, it's very simple. This slide alone, we are assuming the course. We should close now and be going on. This is sovereign. They want to go global. It's not for consumers. They always consume. They don't produce anything. So look at all those billionaires, all those guys. They are producing. Dangote is producing, he's selling something. Globalization is driven by 1. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Provided strong strong leadership on the company or strong leadership in the nation. Are we together now? These things are topics alone. You have to see the concept of innovation, concept of branding. Branding is very advanced. So if you want to go global, it is driven by innovation. We need to come up with a concept, a product, or an idea. Then how do we brand it that is suitable